Hi everyone and welcome to San Maishuno. So this is where I'm gonna build my shipping container home. I just wanted to give you a little preview of the lot that I chose. It's probably kind of obvious why. It's sort of on the docks where the old salt house is, but I thought it was the perfect setting for this sort of upcycled house. And it's really cool, it's really industrial with a really bright modern interior. So yeah, I really hope you like it. I wanted to put one of the containers on a diagonal just to give it a little bit of interesting dimension and shape, but it is still essentially really basic. But I thought I'd start out like that because I'm still working on my building. I'm always trying to improve, and I'm still preferring interior design, so I kept it really basic for myself. And yeah, so we've got the two containers and this other support structure that I've added underneath, which I thought would have been built around them, just to support that top container. So to make them look like shipping containers, I've used the Outdoor Retreat wooden sliding. Now ideally I would have wanted it to be metal, some sort of metallic looking sliding, but we didn't really have anything like that I could use, so I went ahead and used these instead, and I wanted them to look really realistic, so I went for two different colors. I've got like this worn kind of blue one and then this grey kind of wood tone one at the top. I just really like that they've been left like that. They've not tried to change the outside of them, but they have added windows and completely cleaned out the insides and given them this sort of all concrete, sort of plastered look, and the floors as well. So there is just a lot of concrete as the sort of base of everything, and a lot of metal textures as well. Yeah, you can see the stairs I've chosen there are the kind of industrial looking grated stairs. I really like that, and especially lent against the window, so the entrance on the side there, and you kind of get this view straight through to the back. And the stairs are just lent against that, which I really like. And then I added that pillar as well. There was a lot of clean lines in this. The diagonal was a little bit tricky, I'm not gonna lie. At first I didn't really like the restrictions of it, but yeah, at the end I thought how it turned out I really liked. So just adding some smaller windows around for privacy in certain areas like the bathrooms and the front of the house where I still wanted light to come through, but I didn't want the Sims on the street just to be able to see straight in. And glass doors as well was another way of keeping the light inside as much as I could. So I've added the glass banister and railings here. Again, they just allow for the light to come through and for the house to feel as big as it possibly can, even though it is in a confined container. So here I'm still sort of figuring out the layout. I'm just adding a small downstairs bathroom. I did want that to be possibly a laundry area, but then I ended up not adding laundry just because it can get kind of messy, and this is not really what you'd call an ideal family home, so I didn't want it to have that messy, cluttered feel. I wanted it to be sleek and clean, and maybe for young working or studying Sims. So I decided just to leave that as a small downstairs toilet, but you can of course add that if you want to download it. So I've added a couple of items on the top just to make it look a bit more realistic. The AC converter and that kind of thing on the roof. And bins outside, yes, I remembered them, woo. And now we're starting on the inside. So the kitchen is very, very like cold, corporate and sleek. I use these steel counters. I do believe they're from Base Game, and I actually use that oven with them because it's the perfect texture. They go together really well, and I never really use it. But I did it in this house, and I moved everything together so it snaps together really well. I didn't want it to have any gaps or anything like that. I wanted it to really sleek and really modern. So yeah, that's why I went for this all steel kitchen. You probably, I don't know, it's not probably going to be many people's taste, but I think it really works for this house. And then because there's no wall cupboards to match, I've just used these Base Game ones. They're very minimal. They don't look too different, so I just went ahead and used those. And then on the back wall, I got rid of those windows so that I could do this really cool thing I saw the Sim Supply do. He added these two dine outs, like backlit sign things. So I've sized them down once and sort of connected them so they look like one sleek panel, and then I've just added hanging wall items that are kitchen related, and I've just added them here, and they look really, I just really like how it looks. It looks really modern, really sleek, and everything is just there that you need. Nothing has to be on the countertops. There's no clutter like that. It is all just hidden away, or out of the way on the walls. And other than the coffee machine and the sink, there isn't much else going on in the kitchen. The clutter is just very minimal, and I really like it that way. So now we're working on the lounge, which is the first sort of room or area as you walk in the house. And this sofa with the concrete kind of backing was perfect because of that texture it had. It doesn't look very comfortable, let's be honest, but I just thought it was perfect for this, and I do go ahead later and change the colour of it. At the moment it is looking really grey. I just hadn't figured out what I wanted to do yet in terms of colour or style. But I did love this bookcase. It fits really well under the stairs, especially because the stairs you can see down when you're walking up them. You can see through from the windows. It just works because you can just see straight through. It doesn't obstruct the light or the view or anything. So yeah, cute little bookcase from the fitness stuff pack that we had a while ago. Yeah, and here I wanted to add some sort of dining area. I didn't want it to be a massive table, but I did play around with the idea of like bar stools, but I just think the bar table options that we have, so the bar heights, we don't have that many. So I don't know, this one just didn't work for me. I do go back later and change that. But at this point I am choosing a painting to go on that back wall, and this is where I really decide that I'm going to put some colour in. I did go with a really youthful, abstract kind of city kind of painting. I thought it really worked, and the colours of the sofa, the options that it had really worked well with it. So I do actually change it to green later on, which I totally prefer. And I wanted to make that back area where the painting is into a little study area, and I don't know, just every area has some colours that relate to the area next to it, so it does kind of have a little bit of a theme. It does flow quite well, but it's not inundated with colour. It's not too much. So yeah, I added this like really cute coloured chair as well, just to pull a bit of that painting colour out onto the area of the floor. But other than that, it is again sticking to the greys, the glass, the steel with the desk and that kind of thing. But yeah, I definitely wanted that area to be there just because it's got all the natural light coming through, and it's the perfect place to sort of sit and study. So here's the downstairs bathroom. It is really boring and plain, but it's really sleek and it fits with the house. Yeah, it's just basic bathroom there. And so the bedroom, I really liked. Once I got it going, I really liked the colours as well that I went for here. So again, I've used that really cool sign. I'm really starting to love that sign. It's really versatile now that we've got the downsize cheat as well. So I've used that and then just moved it back a little bit so that it blends, and the frame of that bed works really well. It looks like one bed in my opinion. So I've just added that teal turquoise table, and that is what gave me the idea for the rest of the color scheme in the bedroom. So I did just use a couple city living paintings, and there's not much else other than the dresser, and that is the kind of look I wanted it to go for, almost as if maybe the Sims living here are renting, and maybe they've got a couple of items to make it feel like home, but once they leave they'll easily be taken down, and it's kind of almost bare looking but not quite. So I've added some backlights behind the mirror and the bed, just so that at night time it is really cozy and not too bright or anything. And yeah, this is the dresser here, just a couple of items on there. Again, going with that same idea of not too much clutter. It just looks really cool, really chic, and yeah, that green color is also really calming, which is why I decided to go for that. And the view from this bedroom is also really nice. But there are still curtains for that privacy. So for the mirror, I wanted it to look a little bit cleaner. So I decided to use these blackboard items and just put them all around. It was a little bit tedious, but once you've done it, it looks really nice in my opinion. So yeah, it just gave it a little bit of a cleaner edge, I think. So the bathroom, this is the large upstairs bathroom. It does have a bath and a shower, which is kind of essential now that we've got toddlers and pets. You kind of need it, so that's why I added the bath area. But the bathroom was looking a little bit plain in terms of colour. I did want to keep some colour coming through, so I went for these wall pipes, and I kind of thought if the Sims couldn't take them down since they're essential for the plumbing, maybe instead they just got a can of blue paint and just painted that section of the wall to create this sort of feature wall. So instead of hiding the pipes, they've created this deliberate wall art out of the pipes that were there. And there are lots of colours of those pipes, so it's really fun. You could do any colour you wanted that they come in. So now I'm going back downstairs. Now that I've sort of got my idea of colour scheme, I've gone back down and recoloured the sofa. I definitely prefer that one. And I'm finally gonna figure out my dining space because I just didn't like the bar stools. So I went again with these kind of cheaper looking chairs. I figured if the appliances in the bathrooms and the fixed items in the house were quite expensive, then maybe there wouldn't be too much money left for the other furnishings. So there's some mismatched sort of cheaper looking metallic chairs there, or plastic maybe, and yeah, I just thought they looked really cute with the odd colours. So I've got this little space up here which you could easily add more skill building items if you wanted, but I just popped a little chair and a plant there. I did want to keep plants dotted around just to give it some more life, I suppose. Yeah, I just think with the harsh textures of the concrete and the metal, I did want to keep colour and plants throughout the house. So these spotlights that I've added from the floor, I really like them. I think they make a house look much more modern and expensive, I think. So yeah, I've added those for some ambiance. And also this painting, which, if you're not sure what I just did there, I went to my gallery and just picked out a painting that my sim painted a while ago, and I styled a room for it. It's something I just really enjoy doing, creating little rooms and sort of giving an idea of how to style a painting that your sim might do. And I've done that with quite a lot of paintings. Here I am going back, getting another one, and you can just see a little preview there of, that's my origin gallery. No, sorry, my Sims 4 gallery, which if you want to go and have a look at the paintings that I've already put up there, my username is the same as my YouTube channel, so it's Tamitou. And yeah, you can go and have a look, and they're all complete in-game paintings. None of it is CC or anything like that, but sometimes it's just nice to pull them out, and just it gives a change to the artwork that you might get bored of in-game. So here I'm just adding outdoor space. I really like this little rooftop area. There's a little yoga mat, so you've got a really nice view of the city in front and the docks behind. So yeah, I thought it was perfect for a little bit of social space maybe. And yeah, here I am just putting some landscaping. It's very minimal. I kind of imagined the house was very newly built or added, so there's not much in the way of greenery. But I did want to add something to the outside, so what I've gone ahead and done is use these sort of 90-degree angle random things as almost like structural support. So I imagined if they are containers, they're obviously not meant to sit in one place. So to hold them together, I figured the architect would have added these big supports, and also they look like a great design feature. I really like that. But yeah, so I just added those on the outside, and here I am just adding a plant on the entrance. I just thought it needed just a little something there. But that's about it as far as the furniture. So you can see how there is a lot of space to add other things that you might want to put in your build. The one thing I did forget was a stereo, so my bad. But I would probably put it somewhere here in this little office space, so that the Sims have got room to dance and stuff and invite people over. I definitely think it is a great house for young Sims who want to party and maybe live in the city and experience all of that good stuff. So yeah, here you get a little glimpse of the house at night with all the lights that I've placed everywhere. It is lit a lot brighter than you see this, but still cozy and not too crazy bright so that Sims from the outside can see through. So still very private lighting. So that was just me fixing it there, and that's pretty much it. We're going to go into the screenshots now. So I do love just the overall shape of it. It's basic, but then there's some features added, like the ivy that I've added there as well, just some very neat greenery. And yeah, you've got this gorgeous view of the city and of the water behind. I really love this window looking straight through and the pillar there. And here's the very simple lounge area, looking through to the dining area as well. The colours tie in really well, and the really sleek corporate metallic kitchen. And here's the little study area. Love that painting. And moving upstairs, so we walk over the bookcase. There's this little area on the landing which is accessible, and then the outdoor space is just out there. The nice bathroom with the feature wall, and the bedroom with this amazing view with the corner window there, and just a really cool city sim. She's doing yoga on the roof. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.